Yo, Shaw, I always wanted to ask you, man, because I don't think I've ever heard you speak about this in any of your interviews or platforms. Specifically, making it out of South Carolina. What is that like? Trying to explain to people, because I mean I'm from North Carolina, so trying to explain to people that like you said, you have opportunities now that you never thought were possible. How have you adjusted? Knowing coming from where you come from to where you are now mentally, like how do you make that adjustment?
I don't know if you ever truly make the adjustment. I know I just stopped dealing with imposter syndrome probably in 2019. Because you.
Oh, wait, I don't have to do that no more.
Yeah, you put that right.
No, you definitely have to do that all the time. Like, full stop.
I'm sorry, forget it.
No, all sound effects are
We're actually on the air now.
It's organic, Amir. That's good.
Sorry.
Because I think when you come from a certain extreme, like it never leaves you. I was raised on a dirt road in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. The town I'm from, the population was 7,000 people. Like we were in a double.
My town was from 3,000.
Good God.
Red
You know what I'm
Springs, North
saying?
Carolina. So
we were in a double wide trailer. Me, my mom, my dad.
I read that.
When
I
he was
didn't believe
home,
it,
my oldest sister, and my mom had 3 more kids. Like when you come from those type of extremes, you don't ever really lose that or forget that. So it's like for me, I never truly adjust. Like I said, I just started feeling worthy of being in the position I'm in, like the end of 2019. Like and that was just me saying it to myself. I probably really didn't get to a feeling of worthy till like the beginning of 2021, like right after COVID.
Because that was my next question. So how did lockdown affect?
Man.
Like what changes did you make during lockdown?
I mean, I lost friends during COVID because of suicide. Like my good homegirl Jasmine Waters, Jazz Fly. So that
yeah. Rest in peace.
That put a lot of things in perspective because me and Jazz was 2 individuals who would have like conversations about therapy and things we might have been going through, and it's just like to know that she couldn't make it through that time, right? Like that was like, woo, So I just came out of there feeling like, man, we made it through that. I'm gonna just really embrace life to the fullest. Like I'm gonna really enjoy this process that I'm going through. I'm gonna enjoy this ride that I'm on. So that's what it was for me. Like that's what made me just not just have a sense of worthiness, for myself, but just a sense of worthiness for life. Like I'm not taking any of this for granted.
What's it like when you go back home?
Can you go back home?
No, I can. I definitely can. It's love, but it's not love from the people you want to get the love from. You know what I mean? Because it's people that you grew up with, you came up with. They might be upset over something you said in a book. You know what I mean? They might be upset over something they heard you say on air about, growing up.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm
We're
like,
just upset that you've evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, upset because your grandma is like that little McKelvey boy. He really does a lot for our community and stuff like that. That might just make you mad. Oh, fuck him. I remember him in high school. He wasn't shit. You know what I mean?
So you're the new Calvin.
I'm the new exactly.
And you wasn't quiet. You used to talk shit on everybody.
definitely
So
used to talk
people was
shit.
definitely like, God damn it, not that one.
I used to get bullied, and then I went from getting bullied to being the bully. Because I got tired of being bullied. So it was like, oh, you can't beat them, join them. So that day my glasses fell off for that final time and they cracked. I said, fuck them, I'm not wearing them no more. Because every other time they would fall on the ground, they'd be crooked. I was going to school wearing crooked glasses, getting more bullied because the glasses were crooked. So after that, I was like, I'm done, So I just started being the bully. But I mean, it's love. Don't get me wrong, it's love because I do a lot for my hometown. I do a book bag drive every year. I do the turkey drives every year. We do mental health initiatives, you know what I mean? I bring therapists and psychiatrists, to my...
Charlamagne, I'm so thankful for all your conversations about black men's mental health.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
my God. I feel like it's a new era. Even in this room, as these men now speak freely about this stuff, I just wanted to say that as you were going down the roll call, I just wanted to thank you for that.
I did that last year.
Yeah.
My man Jay Barnett, he's a psychiatrist. He does this tour called the Just Heal Bro Tour. And it's him and some other psychiatrists and therapists. I bought that, the Charleston. So people know I do a lot for the
big
community.
deal.
So I think it's one of those things where it's like I love them, but also I hate them a little bit too. And maybe I'm just maybe that's just in my mind. Maybe nobody hates me and I'm just scared to go around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what? This happened once at my high school reunion where I did that whole Marty Marr, Pretty Ricky, what they call him. I had the list ready, My date was tight. I wore the suit and everything. I was like, I'm gonna get revenge on all of them. I'm gonna get revenge on you all. Boys to men, all you. I'm gonna get revenge on you.
Boys to men.
And like,
They performed at it, didn't they?
I got there, and yo, man,
They was
everyone
like,
was so nice.
"Hey."
We're so proud of you, Amir. And I was so mad, like, oh, guys, like literally.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then I realized maybe, again, the voice in your head is your worst enemy ever. And I think maybe what I thought was everyone's opinion of me in high school was maybe the opinion I had of
You had
myself.
yourself, 100%.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's when I realized, like, man, like, now I got to be friends with everyone. And, like, for real, I was
right.
a year, like,
That's right.
So
crunches in the gym, all that stuff. Like, I was getting ready.
And I think you got to remove yourself from certain things. That's the other thing that hurts too, right? The other thing is, I know if I come home, I can't go there because they're doing the same things we were doing 30 years ago.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? So I'm gonna be over here and possibly end up in a situation where I lose everything just to keep it real.
that sounds,
If that's what I got to do to keep it real, if I got to hang out with y'all on the block and drink and smoke and all that, I'm cool on that. I'm not going to. I'm not subjecting myself to that.
That's kind of one thing I wish I could lose, because my mom and my sister tease me to this day, because they know, like, my addiction to, like, I won't waste a second to, like, hop in my car and just drive to Philly at like 11 p.m.
for what?
just to sit in front of my childhood crib or go to my grandmom's block.
Oh, I do that.
Not even get out the car,
do
but
that.
just like,
It grounds you. It's like a grounding.
Yeah.
or chase ghosts. I don't know what it is, because the thing was, I used to always, if you remember, like, back in the 80s or 90s, you hear about, like, such and such basketball player get into an altercation with, you know, someone at their old projects, or, you know, what happened to Bobby Brown and his brothers in Roxbury projects. And you're like, in my mind, as the outsider, I'm like, well, wait, you're like a blah, blah, blah platinum artist. Like, what the hell are you doing back at
Survivor's remorse.
your old, right? and
Literally
then-
the show too. Yeah.
yeah, but it's an addiction. Like, I don't know why I literally, there was one point where, like, I got up at like maybe 10:30 in New York, drove to Philly just to get my there's a fish sandwich.
For what?
Not Punchy's on 52nd Street, but
Bottom of the sea.
bottom.
Ooh, I ain't been to bottom of the sea in a minute. Wait, that's not on
Is that
South.
where
Wait a minute. On
Wait,
South.
wait a second.
Wait.
They got
I hate
multiple
the fact-
locations.
Yo, Steve,
That
you know
Steve just
why Steve is
out
really here
Phillied
with
you.
us? Yes.
Is that where I
forget,
with a hood?
forget D'Angelo, forget Erica, like, forget Steve's whole history as my engineer. Steve is by
Bottom
my
of the
side
sea,
because
Steve.
Steve knows where all the bodies are buried. And I gotta keep my eye on it
Oh,
every
man.
12
I
seconds.
forgot about bottom of the sea.
The
That's
second
a
you said
throwback.
bottom of the sea, I was like, wait, what you know about damn.
You.
Yeah, I
You.
forgot.
Too much
This-
butter in the potatoes
This
is
and
House
the
of Prayers.
broccoli.
He sugar Steve
Yeah.
because I gave him diabetes. Like, he
Twice.
literally got in 8 months adapting to my diet.
Yikes.
Between bottom of the sea and the church.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
House
The
of Prayers.
Prayer, soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlamagne ain't stay in Philly that long to get all his secret.
Yeah, I ain't getting nothing. I got Ishka Bibbles,
That's
Yup.
good. That's good.
Maxes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Best
Oh,
cheesesteaks.
Max.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
all right. I'm evolved. I'm evolved.
Okay. Just say the Ishka Bibbles instead
I will.
of it.
Yes. Shout out to Max's. Hello.
Okay.
I love you guys.
That's
I forgot that story, but I remember it.
Yeah.
That was whiz
But
witch.
I do that. Like my grandmother's house is still up in South Carolina, Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and I go sit on the porch, just to ground there, take my shoes off, walk through her yard.
What about your parents? Are they still back home
Yeah,
too?
my dad lives in Kitfield, South Carolina. My mom lives in Moncks Corner still. Like
Did you
everybody.
retire them? Or were they already retired?
My mom was kind of already retired. She was a school teacher, but it's like, yo, when you been
Did she let you retire? Because they still didn't.
That's why I thought about it. Because
When I brought my mom's crib, she has just started unpacking boxes from like 10 years ago. It was almost like, I don't trust this, and still didn't unpack.
Yeah, that's like my mom won't. I don't know what she wants. You know what I mean? Like usually the things that she wants are for other people. You know, and I know right now I'm gonna restore my grandmother's house, right? Because she got like one of those old school sovereign porch houses, right? I'm gonna restore that, but they don't really ask me for anything, which is wild, right? Well, my mom was an English teacher, so she kind of been retired. She substitutes every now and then, but she likes to do that. Like, she likes to get up and go substitute a class. I don't want her in there no more because these little kids is crazy nowadays. You know what I mean? And she's up in age, but, I don't think she wants to fully retire.